Hello and welcome back. Good day in the Viking tongue. And what's up? How are you today? Let us know. Now today we are here and I'm Bragi, of course, always your host.
And I'm Egil Thorsson, who just hangs around looking cute.
Yes. And what are we here for today, Egil?
Well, I don't know. I was hoping you were going to tell me.
Yes, I thought I'd beat you to that.
Three Little Pigs?
Yes, today this is a folktale chat.
Yeah.
And it's on the Three Little Pigs.
Ah, right. The one without the old lady.
Yes, you're getting confused there with Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, which we'll
But of course,
another
both
time.
of those folk tales are being published on the channel. And if you've seen them, thank you for watching.
Yeah,
And if you're not, go and find them on the channel.
Okay.
I may link it with a card.
Ooh.
I may.
It may. It depends how it feels.
Yeah. Now, first of all, what are your thoughts on this tale?
Until you introduced me to it, it was a lot shorter. And then you brought out about the trees and things that I'd never heard of before. But
Did you mean the longer version?
Yeah. It's
Well, the longer version, I think, is a much later version. And we were talking about this the other day in a comment. And we were talking about how I think that the simple versions are often the older versions.
Yeah.
Now, a typical example of this is Red Riding Hood with the added hunter. The hunter was added much later in the 17th, 18th century to make it more of a fairy tale. So, or Märchen, as they say in Germany. So in this case with the three pigs, no doubt somebody in the 17th, 18th century, maybe a little bit earlier, wanted to change the dynamic of the story and not have the, the wolf die so suddenly in the end.
Well, I'm wondering, and this is just my thoughts, so please don't, is maybe it's like Christianity of the piglets, the wolf is Odinism. Now if you look, piglets, young, so the faith is just starting out here.
Yes.
The wolf is the animal of Odin and becomes aggressive, obviously. Two of them get killed. One of them...
Gobbled up.
One of them actually wins to the detriment of the said wolf, i.e. burnt up. So maybe what it's saying is, yes, we're a young faith and our innocence got eaten up very quickly, but in the end we turned the tables on him and we won. I don't know.
Why isn't the wolf in this story the winner? Why does he not eat actually the third?
Well,
fair enough, he can't blow down the stone building.
If you think of these houses as faith, belief in, then it gets stronger as it goes through the story till you get stone, which no amount of verbiage or force is going to destroy. Like I say, the old wolf, if we are to believe what they say, the old religion disappeared. No, it didn't. But on the face of it, we're a Christian country, and the new faith came in. I'm only guessing on that one. I mean, it makes a good story anyway.
Yeah, it does make you think, really.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, whether it be saga, folktale or whatever, it has over time altered like Chinese whispers, whether under the influence of the church or just people's different perspectives.
But I think folk tales only get altered when they begin to get written down.
I don't know, I mean, you tell a story your way and I tell it my way.
Yeah, but generally in the old tradition, when a story is passed down, it's important that story remains the same story. Because if you don't have this story passed down the correct way, what happens is that your story becomes different. And then after 10 generations of storytellers, let's say Viking scolds, passing down these stories, the original story will be much different. So from my point of view, I think that the story would have been passed down, it would have been quite strict. It would have been passed down and told in a certain way and been made to tell in a certain way. And then it's the dynamic of the storyteller that changes the way he tells it, but not change the story.
There you go.
So, but it does make you think. I mean, I may be completely wrong on that,
Well,
does
send a comment in out there and see what...
Yeah, but just talking about the stone building, is the stone building the third time, does it represent the church?
It probably will. I mean, when I studied archaeology, there was the thing from Anglo-Saxon wood over to stone.
Yes.
And it was a big thing, because apparently some of the terms used in the stonemason are actually carpentry terms. Maybe that's also signifying the fact that they've gone from wood and over to stone.
Well, it's very much like a timeline of the history of building.
Yeah.
First of all, man, or in this case, the first pig, he built his house out of straw, I believe. Yeah. And then the second pig, he went to the farmer and he brought some sticks and he would have used mud.
Yeah.
So is it not partly the progression of how houses were built?
It could well be. I'm not going to argue that point.
Does it not relate to the builder's theme in many aspects?
It is, and also, as I say, in Christianity, they went, because the Saxons obviously were Christian, then the Danes came, they converted, you got odd stone buildings, of course you got the Norman buildings, which, let's not forget, are only one generation away from Vikings.
Well, of course so. And the Normans were Vikings, but just moved on.
With a French accent.
Yes. So another thing I was just thinking about there as you were talking, I've forgotten now.
Oh, well, that happens all the time.
No, well, I was just thinking about the story itself and why is it 3 pigs? Why not 3 rabbits or 3 hens?
Well, I assume piglets resemble more human-like.
Yes.
And animal stock represents wealth.
Yes, I know what I'm going to talk about now.
Ah.
So I'm going to talk about the farmer, because in this story the farmer gets overlooked. And if you really think about it, the most common aspect with most folk tales is that, well, there's generally a farmer in it. Often a thing revolves around a farmer, and that is because, like Egil explained, everybody farmed in those days. Unless you had a lot of money, you didn't need to. In which case, people farmed for you.
Yeah, you owned farms.
So, the farmer plays an important part in this folk tale, because without the farmer, the 3 pigs couldn't have had a bit of land and couldn't have built their house. Yeah. And the farmer, I think, gets overlooked in this folk tale.
It may be that in earlier things that the farmer is in it. Maybe the farmer is substituted in favour of a wolf. I don't know.
Now, I know a little bit about the origin. I read briefly, but I didn't want to read too much because, yet again, if I know a lot about the origin, it will dilute from what our thoughts are at the very beginning in this episode. So in a further episode, we will actually go into the origin and I have some notes to read from. So watch out for that in the future.
Woof, woof.
So let's talk about the much longer version of how, first of all, after the wolf can't get into the stone house, he kind of tricks the pig to go to a field for turnips, but the pig is smarter. It does make you think, what is the smartest of the 2 animals, the pig or the wolf, in actual life?
Oh, in actual life, I'd say the wolf every time, but in the story, obviously, the one who triumphs is the brightest, but made me wonder whether it refers to, there was a resurgence of paganism in Normandy in 1000.
Yes.
Stood on pretty quickly. Whether the wolf is symbolising that, I don't know.
Does the wolf have some kind of relation to Loki? Is the wolf Fenrir in the story we told?
Well, Odin has 2 wolves. One's called Gobbler and the other's called Greedy Goats.
Yes, we often forget about them.
Yeah, and that, I think, is the representation of the old belief system. And also, let's not forget, wolves were zipping around England's forests till about the 17th century.
Well, of course so, yes.
So people know wolves. I don't know if there's any cases of people actually being killed by wolves. I'm sure there are some.
Well, there must be.
But either way, you avoided them like the plague unless you're going out to kill them.
Well, of course so, yes.
So as far as you're concerned, if you're a sheep farmer, pig farmer, and you've got your herd out there, anything that takes away from that is evil. So ergo, the wolf is your most likely predator.
So why the wolf on his own? Where's the rest of the wolves?
Well, you get packs of wolves, but you also get lone wolves, usually males looking for females.
Or looking for another group to join.
Yeah.
Because we often forget that, wolves have a dominant culture, don't they? Where they have a prime creature, the animal, the top dog, you could say.
Yeah, the top dog's the one that breeds, but when they're sort of...
The matriarch.
Yeah, well, when you've got a male wolf that's in adolescence, it's out of the herd, out of the pack, until it finds another one and can find... it's nature's way of stopping them interbreeding. If you think about it.
Let's just go back to the very beginning of this tale, when the mum of pigs sends them off. What is the symbolism behind that? It's like, you know, you become a man and therefore you can go away and make your own.
I mean, I have a theory, which I'm not going to go because it will upset people. Having said that, it's showing, look, you've grown up, it's time for you now to make your own way. I've done my job, bye. And it's an important thing that is overlooked.
Well, of course so.
Because most cases, you reach, I don't know, university age, what's that, 18?
Yes.
And you're out on your own and you're having experiences of yourself, meeting up with your possible
Definitely 18
wife.
in the UK. Not sure about Canada or America.
Yeah.
So.
But basically you reached an age where it's time for you to move on. And the big mother, the sow, actually shows us that. Maybe it's saying to the people that you're talking to, isn't it time you to have a rethink? You're getting into the age where you need to expand your horizons. That's my view anyway.
Yes, overall, I find this a very interesting and fascinating folk tale. I think at some time in the future we're going to have Egil tell a version for a bedtime telling of this tale. And you may see on the other channel in the future a telling where I'm going to allow Egil to swear in the telling of this tale, perhaps. We'll see, I don't know about that.
What, me?
Yes. So if you do enjoy, if you have enjoyed this episode of this folktale chat, then please give it a big like and leave the comment, folktale chat. What are your thoughts on this tale? I would very much like to read your thoughts. I'm sure Egil would as well.
As I say, I mean, leave us a comment. We will get back to you, but we don't always get back to you immediately because there's so many of you out there, and that's fantastic. In fact, the more the merrier, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And subscribing is always a good one.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
So
subscriptions keep going up, so that's good.
Well, that's that. That's one reason we do it. Remember, it's your channel. If you've got ideas for us, let us know.
Oh, yes. We always welcome your ideas and your thoughts on what we do. So, for now, it's time for me to say goodbye.
And I'll say goodbye. Till we meet again. Bye.